Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And as the day goes, as this might run, good morning. Good afternoon for the afternoon
Right.
people that might see it. Good evening for the good evening people that might see it. How you doing? I am Carolyn Deshawn.
You are? Oh, okay,
Wait,
news.
hold up.
News to me.
Let me get this. Let's do this right. How you doing, Brian? What are we gonna do today?
I believe we're taking over the world, but let's get our brain right.
Man, how y'all doing, man? I am Shut Up Billy, and this is
Carolyn Deshawn.
Oh man, first of all, we're in the great state of Texas.
Yes.
We was just talking about yesterday, as we was going live yesterday. Y'all don't know, man. We was going live yesterday, and we tried to give y'all some car chronicles. But being that the sun
Sits on Texas.
and let me tell y'all something. I looked up in the sky last night, yesterday, and the sun was literally sitting on top of my head, man. We was on the interstate, and I had to call my mama. And I called my mama live. I had to tell her to tell Dad when he preached his sermon that to let you know that the devil lives in Texas.
Not the devil. Maybe it's some sinners here, and God trying to keep them from hell.
Man, you can actually put your hand up in the sky and almost touch the sun. But we in the great state of Texas, and we decided to come and not only do our content, but we came to see artists. And I'm not gonna give too much away because I at least want we're doing something else later, and I don't want to give it all away. But I made a post this morning, and it said that people don't like the light that God gives you, and it kind of some people always wonder why people treat me this way, or why people don't like me, and you have to be at an age where you don't care what
Right.
where nobody but it makes you think that, and I made that post is because it's not you. It's the light that God has placed upon you.
Right.
Now I say that to say this. So we was man, our placement last night at the end of the Don Tripp show, you couldn't write that.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to just sit, think on it, and then talk about it because it was such a reversal of like our thoughts, a reverse of our mind. And when I say a reverse, it's like you could be thinking that one thing is going to happen or things will go a certain way, and God will show you, no, I have you right in the right position at the right time in the right place. And that's exactly what last night was. Like I said, I'll share more about it later, but I'm still sitting with it and still just consuming all that God gave me in that moment.
And I want y'all to know, first of all, can I publicly go on and say this? Because I woke up to some direct messages, and even last night with the family.
I don't know what you're gonna say, so I mean, publicly say what you need to say.
Even with the family. Carolyn Deshawn is not she's my content girlfriend. Let me say that.
That's news to me.
Let me say that.
Just the brain.
But you are. I'm just saying. I got the. Oh yeah, that's your girlfriend. No.
The way I see it, Billy and I have a mutual interest in building content, music, so many things, right? And it's okay to have friends with mutual interest in what you are interested in, and let that evolve, let that grow. I said a while back, and I'll say again, men and women can exist and have mutual likes and have a friendship without it becoming a romantic relationship or a romantic partnership. And I don't know, I love the energy that we have, even seeing the artists that we saw last night, even experiencing, being out with the family, going to San Diego, all of those places. It was phenomenal just to have that breath of fresh air away from work, away from life, away from moments. And sometimes you do have to step away from everything. Yeah, create the content, but just enjoy the moments, enjoy the presence of your loved ones, your friends, and all of that. And that's what this has been for me, just enjoying the moment.
And she made me do that. Listen, I want y'all to simmer. I picked up my phone like we wasn't even fresh out of Shreveport, maybe like maybe like we probably was just in Wascom.
Mm-hmm.
We probably, look, matter of fact, I know exactly what it was. When the lady said, "You're now entering Texas." Yeah. And I picked up my phone to do something that had something to do at work. And the first thing she said was,
Yeah.
"Billy, we not thinking about work. We ain't doing none of that today. Whatever they got going on there, that is not your problem."
Right. We let a lot of life consume us. We let a lot of work consume us and things consume us, but we seldom stop to enjoy life, seldom stop to have fun, make memories, and just enjoy the moments. And so that's the journey that Carolyn Deshawn is on. And sometimes you have to grab your friends and say, "Hey, you've been working a lot. Hey, time to enjoy a moment."
And that goes too, man. A lot of people, man, pay attention to the people that's around you. Pay attention to the people that first of all, that suck a lot of energy from you. And you might think because you're not paying attention, you don't know that they're doing that. Also, man, place the people around you that want to see you succeed. And it's more than just succeeding. It's succeeding with your health, with finances, with your mental, with your, just a whole lot. If you don't have nobody around you asking you, when I first met her, let me tell y'all something. When I first met her, she, is your blood pressure okay? Have you been to the dentist? Just a whole lot of stuff that a normal person wouldn't care about. Which, let me tell y'all something. That's something that's very important, because if your health ain't right, you can't go up. Yeah, you can't work the way you want to.
You can make all the content in the world, and all they're gonna see is that RIP post at the end of the day if you're not taking care of you. A lot of times content creators do things for the onlookers, do things for other people's enjoyment, and they bring laughter and content and all this stuff to other people. But sometimes content creators are silent sufferers. They are dealing with things emotionally. And it is an outlet for them to make the content, but when the camera turns off and the lights dim, what are you actually dealing with?
That's simple. Ask them again.
What are you actually dealing with when the lights dim and the camera's off? How are you taking care of yourself? How do you treat you off camera?
Let them think about it. Because when it gets silent, you have to tend to, you can think about it. Mm-hmm. So we give y'all a little bit. We don't do dead space, but we control it. So we gonna give y'all just a little silence, a little dead space, so you can think about that. Just
because it's not for people to like the light that God's placed within you, but do you even see the light that God's placed within you? You're questioning why people may treat you a certain way, or you get certain things from certain people's attitudes, behaviors, whatever the case may be. However, what about you? How do you feel about you? How do you feel about what God has given you? What has God given you? Do you even know? You don't even realize the ray of sunshine that you are in somebody's cloudy day. You don't even realize how you're just beaming, with exuberance that only God could give. And when you come in the room, there's warmth, there's comfort, there's joy, there's peace. Yeah, the devil ain't gonna like it. He's gonna be intimidated by your light, but you don't even know you have it, and let alone what to do with it. So don't focus in on the likes or dislikes, but get to the place where you're centered within yourself, and that's joy. And you're happy with it, and you love that. Nobody in this world is responsible for your happiness.
So with that being said, because you just broke it down into why we doing this segment, a lot of you have the light. Everybody has the light. Let me say that, because when God put you here, He placed the light in you. So it's up to you to flip that switch. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to, as my dad used to say, plug in. So I was saying that because it was two situations last night.
Yeah.
It was two. We ain't talking about the one that God put in the script. I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. But we gonna let y'all know. So it was two situations last night. So we had a situation where Karen Deshawn kept trying to get me to get a piece of a poster that was on this TV. And I swear to God, we tried about 7 times, but every time we walked away, we never could get it. So she got to see who I am when I'm out. I'm a totally different person when I'm out versus us talking right now. Because I'm always scanning the room. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But I'm also paying attention to everything that's going on around me. You know, I can hear people, even though it's music playing, I can hear people conversations. I can hear when something about to go left. I can hear all that. So we had a situation where
none of that happened.
None of it.
Everything flowed just like
none of
prayed it would before we even got here.
None of it. But I had this one particular guy that when this certain song came on, and I understand that, this how you know that true fans of somebody are in the building. He was singing it word for word.
Bar for bar.
But it was kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, and I can feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? Right now I don't know if he rapping because he like the song. I don't know if
he in a space.
Maybe us coming over there, maybe I got in his space. But I felt it was a lot of woofing going on in the midst of him repeating these lyrics. Okay? I also was telling Carolyn that, let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to know truly, this how you know you have the light on you. And it ain't bad. Mm-hmm. But when you in a certain space in your life and you know who you are, and when you go out, people just tend to look at you different.
Oh yeah.
Look, we was in Walmart. We walked in Walmart, and it's just people can look at you and be like, "Is something about them?" Mm-hmm. But I already know they ain't from around here.
Yeah.
It's just, and all we went to do, what we do? We went to get some pomegranate juice and a hat. Mm-hmm. We wasn't even there that long. But I watched this guy all night. Mm-hmm. I watched him. Especially after that, I watched him. He always placed himself in positions where he could see where I was or where you was. Mm-hmm. So now I'm on alert.
Right.
Okay? Because I don't know where his headspace is. Okay? So he bounced around for a while. And this is, I'm telling y'all, this is the light. Because he saw something upon us that he probably didn't see with nobody else. It was a lot of people in that space saw something on us. And, they just couldn't figure it out. Like, they just couldn't figure it out. But this is where it took a turn. So Karen Deshawn goes to the bathroom. I'm sitting there, I'm guarding the bathroom because I'm waiting for her. I feel like anybody that's with me, I'm a protector. Right. So I'm just, she in the bathroom. A minute went by. 2 minutes went by. 3 minutes went by.
Help me out, ladies. You'll know how it is when you go out and you're in the bathroom.
Hold on. 4 minutes went by. So by this, we had 5 minutes. Don Tripp done did 2 songs. Look, Starlito jumped on stage. I'm like, wait a minute. Why she? And I can't just walk in the women's bathroom. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a lady. She was waiting on the bathroom. So
it was like a couple of ladies waiting.
So then it was just crazy because the girl that was in the bathroom, I didn't see her.
Yeah.
I didn't see her go by, but I felt her go by. I didn't see. So when somebody went in the bathroom, I'm like, dude, was that a dude or a woman? I don't know. So they was in the bathroom for a long time. I'm still watching this guy putting himself in positions. But what was crazy was the girl you was in the bathroom talking to, he was with her.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was one of those, now, this is how God worked, and this is how God balanced everything out. He might have felt some type of way, whether it be how I was dressed, how we was interacting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He probably was. Mm-hmm. But I believe whatever conversation you had in that bathroom with that girl, then when she came out, he went and got her. I'm pretty sure she went over there and said, "Oh, it was a nice girl, in the bathroom, whoop, whoop." Yeah. And we was having a conversation, and whoop, I didn't see him again.
And that is so crazy that you said that, because you're saying she was with somebody, and when she walked out the bathroom, it's like she wasn't there. Like, I didn't see her anymore. So the whole time that we were in the bathroom, the young lady began to talk to me, and she shared with me that I feel so guilty for being here. She was like, I missed a previous show, and they comped her the Dallas show. So she had to get someone to watch her son to come to the Dallas show. And she just felt bad for doing that because she's never had to leave her son or have her son. But she felt bad for having someone watch her son to come out of town to go to a concert. And I was sharing with her, I was like, you can't feel bad with that because I'm sure you're a great mom. You're always momming.
She was out.
You're working. And this is what's transpiring while he's sitting outside waiting. And that's why the minutes were accumulating because I was like, hey, you look good. Girl, you know you got this going on. And your hair, just giving her everything, giving her energy back. And so she was like, would you mind doing a selfie with me? She took a selfie with me. She added me on Snapchat. So this is what was taking on, and then the young ladies at the door were like knocking, trying to get in. So
at some point, I think they had locked the door.
Well, it was actually stuck. Everybody know that bathroom upstairs in Trees, you have to push. Like, you have to get a dude to open the door to get in there.
And I think that's what it was. I think the girl that was waiting, I think she thought the door was locked. Yeah. But somebody came like right up there, and they just pushed the door open,
and that's what happened. And the young lady was like, "I'm sorry, we didn't close it."
Look, well, she had been sitting there by like I was, and then when she saw somebody else going there, she was like, "What the?"
So she came on back. Yeah, and then another young lady comes in, and she was like, "Oh, y'all cute." And the first young lady just lifted up her phone, and we did another group selfie. So yeah, sometimes you just have to take those moments with people because you never know what they're experiencing. I didn't notice the gentleman. I'm glad you had a watchful eye or whatever, but maybe they were both in a space where they needed an outlet, and that could have been the reason for him being so hyped up. But they both were in a space where they needed an outlet, but having to leave their son and everything, and then having to travel because they missed another show. Mm-hmm. That may have been a lot for them, but after we walked out that door, I had no idea where she went. I didn't see her again, anything. And I have footage of like the whole venue, but I didn't even see her again.
Well, I just know I had got worried. I thought I was gonna have to come and come. What is going on in this bathroom? But she made another point, and then we're gonna let this fly.
You said it was two things.
The second thing, the first thing, that was the two.
Oh, okay.
The one was just him.
Okay.
The second thing was her in the bathroom, and how it all
came together.
How it all intertwined.
Right.
And because I kept looking at him, I don't look at people directly. I use my peripheral in any situations. So I act like I'm on my phone, but I'm actually looking up to see, okay, what he got going on. But let me tell you something. A true fan. He was a true fan.
Oh, yeah.
Word for word, everything that was going on. And another thing too, man. I got to shout out Don Tripp because of his crowd control, the way he brings the energy. Mm-hmm. And I gotta respect him being a father and an artist.
Oh, yes.
He brought his whole family.
Whole family was there.
The kids, everything. I gotta commend, and I see why I like him as an artist.
It developed an even more interest for who he is, and an elevated respect for him, his music, his style of music. I shared that yesterday with my sister Sheree. She was saying how she wanted to come and she couldn't be there, and I was like, we just don't listen to everybody. It's just like we love who we love. Mm-hmm. Everybody's not gonna get my ear, but trust me, I can listen from rap, R&B and soul, classical, jazz. The genres are expansive with me. My taste
she ain't lying.
Is expansive when it comes to music. I have an eclectic taste, elevated style, however you want to put it, elaborate. I'm not limited, and yeah, some people don't know when they get in my car what's gonna happen. How you feeling today?
We were thugging yesterday. I don't know what
But the entire time I'm praying, like, God cover us, keep us, let us have an enjoyable moment, one that creates memories, but also gives us a refreshing spirit to go back to the lives that we know. Let us escape that for a little bit and vacation and, have this moment with family, friends, whatever. We just need that sometimes.
Yeah. So, I just, before we went out today, I just wanted to, I wanted to let this fly. I just want to let y'all know y'all all do have the light. The light is upon you.
Yes.
It's up to you to plug in. But there are some responsibilities that come along with that light. You're not going to understand sometimes why that light is on you bright, but it's up to you to know your responsibilities in having that light.
And to know who God is within you. I feel like God is so of such magnitude that we all have a unique piece of Him, a unique, when the word tells us in Genesis that we're made in His likeness, in His image, I am just one view of Him. When you get in the mirror, you're another view, or the way people see you, you are another view. But get to know that point of view from within yourself. Get to introspect and say, God, who am I in you? What lights have you given me? People can be so creative and have so many talents and do so many things. But until you love it for yourself, until you see it in yourself and on yourself, I am just even tapping into some things that God has placed on the inside of me. And it feels wonderful. It feels great to be able to experience it.
I ain't gonna even say nothing no more. I'm gonna let that simmer in your spirit. But yeah, we about to go.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Like I say, I want to say Carolyn Deshawn again, but she ain't gonna say she Shut Up Billy. But I'm Shut Up Billy.
And I'm Carolyn Deshawn.
Hey man, you got the light. Walk in it. Huh? Don't be afraid. It don't hurt. Some hurtful things that come along with it, but I promise you, God gonna protect you. All right. We got to go.